Hey, everybody. Welcome. It is Thursday. Oh, no, it's not Thursday. It's Wednesday. Trickery. Tricking myself. Okay, so I got some eyeballs, and was I a minute late or so? No, it was right at 8. Okay. I didn't get home till like 10 minutes ago. Maybe 7. I don't know. Either way, we're here. We're doing this tonight. Hey, Peggy. Hey, Marlene. Hey, Di. I just emailed you back, Di. I just saw that. And I saw Cindy and Gloria earlier. Welcome. Awesome. Okay, so you received, I wish this, oh, you received your order today and ordered another one, Gloria. Yeah, with the free shipping. I mean, for sure. Hey, Nancy. I wish this button for StreamYard would not get in the way. Ugh, it pops up right over top of my, like, the most recent comment, and then I can't see. So it's annoying. All right, anyway, let's get started. Welcome, Toni Tetzler, ToniStamps. That's me. We are going to make a couple things tonight with some of my favorite retiring products that I'm actually keeping. Hey, Marlene, which rolls into my announcement. So I posted my list of stuff that I'm going to be selling. So my retirement sale, that's going to be this Sunday, April 27th, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And again, it's going to be on Facebook only. So that's because if people are watching on YouTube, they only see the comments on YouTube. People watching on Facebook only see the comments on Facebook. So I think the first year I ever did it, I had it on both, and it was like kind of a nightmare because people would claim it, say on Facebook, they didn't see somebody else grabbed it on YouTube, and it was just, it wasn't good. For me, it was fine because the comments still come up in order on my feed, and that's what we go by. But it was frustrating for everybody else. So I just want to avoid that. So I just have to pick one and go with it. So it's going to be Facebook, and that's that. Um, and the rules, same as I've always done. Like you're gonna say, I posted the list, but it's not gonna be in that order exactly of what I present. Like, so when we go down to show my hands with the items, I'll just drag it over from my pile, and I say this is item number 1, and it's whatever price. The first person who says me number 1 is gonna get it. And I don't want you to necessarily say sold because Facebook has issues when you comment sold because it's I don't know, they're looking to get a piece of this or something. I don't know, but they may like take it down. Not sure. So just want to avoid using that word. If you're local, you can certainly come pick it up. Like I invoice everybody for the price of your stuff. Or if you're local, we can do cash or check, whatever. And you can either pick it up from my house, I'm in Severn, or my office, over in Columbia. If you're out of state and we have to do shipping, that's fine. I just weigh it, I look it up, and I send you the thing, add the shipping to it. So that's that. It works out great. And I think I had the dates on there. I can't remember what they were. So we'll go over that Sunday as far as the deadline because I'll keep it open for several days, like maybe through the weekend. I'm not sure. It's tricky for people watching not live because the comments get out of whack. And I always get an email or comment saying, hey, is this, are these 3 number things available? And then a lot of times it's not, but so I know that's frustrating too. So, because you can't really, people like to hop around, skip around in the video to see the items they want. And then the comments really get messed up. So there's like no telling if somebody's already picked it or not. So we get through it. So that's coming. Right now, free shipping started today. Die 5-4. I said 5-4. Okay. Thank you. I couldn't remember. Um, so free shipping started today, and it's today, tomorrow, and Friday. $75 or more US, and that is before tax. After any coupons. Hey, Deb. After any coupons before tax. So free shipping. So again, for local people, I put this in my email. Was that just last night? I can't remember. Like it's only Wednesday. I'm losing track of time. But for local people, if you have smaller orders, as long as you don't mind coming to pick it up either at my house or at my work, we'll have to, make arrangements, a date and a time. I don't mind collecting the smaller orders and putting them in together. Hey, Carol, so that everybody can get free shipping, even on, say you only need a pack or two of cardstock and you're not going to get to the 75. I mean, if we have a couple people that want to do that, then we're going to get to 75 and everybody will get the free shipping. It's just a matter of, do you want to come pick it up from me? But that option is there. All right. Paper share. So I've got that out. I could use one more spot. That's $28, $9 if you need it shipped. Another thing, paper pumpkin sale. So today, some of the pumpkin items went on sale, like past kits, some of the dies, like the add-ons. I checked. Sorry. Dave gave me this piece of chicken earlier from this Dave's Hot Chicken. He's gotten it before and it was like medium. Well, he got the hot and it's about killing me. I like hot stuff, but it is so hot that like it was not tasty or comfortable. So it's still getting me. Um, Anywho, I checked earlier on the paper pumpkin stuff that's on sale, and it's not like there's not a lot of stuff there. So that's that. Okay. So today, like I said, we're gonna do some of my favorite Alaska buy to some of my favorite stuff. So we're gonna start out with dun 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 bird's eye view. I love this. And I have a hard time now telling what retired things or last chance things are gone or not, because I've been checking the spreadsheet file every day and it doesn't seem like they're updating it. So I guess you just have to like go into the store and check and like type in bird's eye view and see if it comes up. If it doesn't, that means it's gone. Hey Lisa, Di, you'll take the extra paper share. Well, we'll talk about it. I don't want you to get extra just to get it. It's different if you want it, but okay. So bird's eye view. And then I'm going to use the greetings from Ocean Friends. So this is still current until the mini catalog runs out, which is like May 5th, I think. It got pushed out to May 5th. I like this Hello Friend, but I am keeping this one at least for a while. I have quite a few other sets that have like crabs and one other one that has a lobster. But I like the dies that go with this. So we're putting these two together. And then I'm just going to start a pile. So I've got pecan pie, and as always, I'm going to put my blog, all the measurements and individual pictures this weekend. Pecan pie, this is 5.5 by 8.5. Whoopsie. Grabbed a picture there. Then I've got, so we'll do white for the inside. This is 4 by 5.25. Ooh, and at the end, I want to show you, I started another prototype for a little mini album, just because I wanted to change some of the measurements around from last week. And oh, you know what? I can flip through that. At least I got all the pages done, and I did post pictures, but we'll flip through that at the end. All right, so basic white. Then I've got pecan pie again, and this is I just cut down 1/8 of an inch. So it's 5 3/8 tall by 4 1/8. And I'm not necessarily going to glue it on yet, but I die cut holes with, I just got these around it all dies, which are like the wonky circles. I just got those. So I cut 3 different shapes out of those. Then I ran the whole thing through with the timber embossing molder. And if you want it with the wood raised up, it would be like this. I really wanted it face down, so I got it going the wrong direction, but it's not the end of the world. It'll be fine. Scrap, I'm not sure what color I'm gonna do my greeting in. But I did pre-stamp the birds, and we'll just hand cut these. Let's do a little bit of quick coloring. So, you could color with whatever you wanted. Light balmy blue. Ooh, I think I wanted a pool party for these glasses. Dark pool party, no. Light pool party, yes. I just feel like the glasses are blue makes it, that's the glasses color. All right, we'll do that. And I'm just gonna color, like not a lot of concern. So I guess they're all gonna have orange noses, even though that's not really a thing. And mine are not necessarily gonna be real, like true to life colors, but I am gonna do some brown. Let's just grab this. What is this one? Oh, bronze. That's kind of dark. That's fine. So this one will have some dark bits. Bronze, and what's this? Dark pecan pie. I wanted some of my old ones. Ivory. Ooh, that is like going dead. All right, let's do this. And I did stamp this on the thick white, which I have just, a little bit left. I'm kind of hoarding that since that whole increase and change up situation where, they were going to go nuts with that and only make it 12 by 12, which I'm not a fan of. I mean, for the thick white, like I only use it for this stuff. Yeah, and if you don't have the wonky circles, yeah, use whatever you want. Hey, Penny. Let's do some Azure Afternoon and light blueberry bush or bushel. Let's just do this here. And I am mixing these up, like the blueberry and the Azure, just because why not? So yeah, use your thick paper for this. I mean, you can use regular white if you don't have any of the thick, but when you're using your alcohol markers, it bleeds a lot more if you use just regular. All right, let's do light balmy blue, which this one may be busted. We'll see. With light azure afternoon. Oh, you know what? I probably shouldn't even bother coloring all of these because I want these to peek out of the little tree holes, like whatever that's called. All right, so that might only come up there. So, all right, that's dumb. Okay, let's do some in red. I'm done with the browns. All right, let's do, ooh, how about a pink one? These don't have to be real life colors. Melon Mambo, medium. We'll do this guy. And this is one of the originals, so this is definitely starting to die off. But I find like usually one of the ends is still good. All right, so we'll do that, Melon Mambo, and let's put that with light Melon Mambo. All right, see if that works. Yep, cool. And then let's do one that's like in yellow, because I think that'll be good. We'll do this guy in oranges and yellows. How about that? And then we're going to cut them out and make them peek out. So if you don't have these wonky dies, just cut circles, like different size circles. That'll work. Daffodil medium. This is on its way out. Yeah, that's really not doing great. All right, daffodil medium. I know I had a daffodil light, which is very light. So even though it's still daffodil, I mean, this seems more like lemon lolly. Whew, and that's stinky, stinky. All right, and then let's just give this one some little bit of orange over there. So let's grab pumpkin pie, whatever this one is, medium, medium. Oops, that's half dead. Let's pick this. And then hopefully I grab the light one. Nope, dark. Light Cajun Craze. Man, there's another one that might be cracked. So I had to, I glued. Can you guys see that this is cracked a little bit? I can't tell if it's cracked all the way through. Oh, you know what? That might be. Because I found a blue one. Oh, man. That is completely dead. All right, Light Cajun Craze. So I'm going to have to order a new one. Light Calypso Coral. All right, at least this works. But I had either a green or a blue one like that, and at least I caught it like early because I could smell it. And I just put glue. I put glue right on it. Like, since this one was trash anyway, where's that crack? I just put the glue like right here. All right, filled it up, let it sit, and then just let it dry. And then it was fine. All right, that's going in the trash. Light Cajun Craze. I need to write myself a note. Light Cajun Craze. Oh, see? Now that's adding up to my free shipping order. Light Cajun Craze blends. Although it does suck, I have to order both at the same time, but whatever. I mean, they don't last forever anyway. Okay. So, Marlene, you have some that are cracked too? Okay, so it's not just me. I'm just going to take my time, like, cutting this. So, yeah, I was starting to think, like, am I just throwing them back in my little buckets too hard? But I don't think so. I don't think I'm that rough with them that it would. Oh, you know what? I don't even have to bother. Remember, we're cutting these out. So I just have to rough cut around the top parts because they're going to just be poking out of our tree, whatever. But you guys, I think what makes this set so cute is these glasses. And you could really use them on any other little critters that you have. If you have like monkeys or pigs or little kitty cats, like anything really. All right, let's just go with cutting their feet off. That would be a cute peep too for an Easter card. Even though it's not exactly. Ugh. This guy's my favorite. And I always put the Harry Potter glasses on him. Maybe that's another reason why I like this. All right, we'll go right above his little hair. Crazy cowlick. Okay, so there we go. Now I do want to add a little bit. So if you have an early espresso ink spot, so you want something with the linen because it's harder. Like anything with a foam pad, I'm just going to drag this across the embossed part. So if you have your regular foam pad, it might push down too hard and get in all these nooks and crannies. We just want this like on the top, just so it picks it up, you know? So Mo Stump, what is that, Peggy? I don't even know. All right, now I could do a little ink blending around the edges, but I'm not because I'm cool with this. So I'm going to put these guys in. Oh, for cute, 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 cute. Yeah, and then we'll have this little guy. So actually, I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here. And I'm just barely getting him in there. And this one, we can put it right here. Tuck him in. Oh, stinking cute. And then this one at the very bottom. So I have a lot of white space there, but it's going to show brown. All right, so I've got everything. Oh my God, that's so cute. So I'm gonna glue this flat. You could pop stuff up, but I don't really want to. Let's add all the glue. Okay. Oh, this is really cute. So with this teeny tiny border, it really looks like the embossed layers, like the whole card front. And that's fine. Oh my goodness. I love that. Mm-mm-mm. All right. So the greeting, I think I can do, I was going to do like early espresso on, let's just try it. So tone on tone, well, pecan pie with early espresso. But if that's too dark, I may go to white cardstock rather. All right, so let's just do this. Oh, I'm gonna like that. Yep. Yep. All right, let me clean this off. I don't know if I was gonna use that again. Ooh, and I can really split it into two. So let me just kind of get this close. And I already got ink on my fingers. That's awesome. All right, so we'll cut it right here. Cute. And I really think I need a little scrap of early espresso. Okay, so here's my scrap. Can you just hear me reaching over into my drawer to get that? I can't stand it that I love this drawer that much. All right, so I'm just gonna put that on there and give this a little border. Trying to keep it kind of steady. Oh yeah, that shows up a lot better. Penny, you were quite normal before you met us. Somehow, I don't believe that. All right. Okay, so then, oh, really cute, really cute. I love it. All right, and then yeah, and now I can just hang this over that opening a little bit. Cute. And let's hang it over that one some too. Ah. Ugh, I love it. All right, so these pecan pie and clear ribboned dots. I know everybody has all the accessories, like, right? These were an online exclusive thing and they're going away. But I'm gonna use them up. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll start there. Tony, it's true. Penny. Fibs. Fib. You are too hilarious to have been, I know you've been like this your whole life. I just bet it. All right, so we'll do 3, 4, 5. And then, if we're going to do 5, we might as well do 7. I do kind of like that, though. I think I might leave it just like that. I can do one more here. And then I'm going to do one, boop, right there. All right, talked myself into it. Just because there's no reason to keep these. Like, there's going to be some other doodad coming along that I just have to have. And, it's always like the best laid plans for how I'm going to use all this stuff. All right, so cute. And of course, Wink of Stella, you could run through with that. Which reminds me, I happened to notice that Wink of Stella has gone up to, it's going to go up to $10 in the new catalog. Right now it's $9. Another option though, and I don't know if I showed you these. I got these. This was a 3-pack from scrapbook.com, glitter brush marker. These look very similar to the Close to My Heart markers, which I love. So Close to My Heart had their own brand of shimmer markers, and this was the clear one. So, I mean, I always liked it. I thought it had more juice in it than the Zigs. Um, but, we can't get these anymore because since they went out of business, they did not carry this over to Stampin' Up. But I wanted to see if these were similar, and they are. So just keep in mind, check that, because this was a 3-pack that it was either $9 or $13. I'm not sure. But good deal, just an option. Think about it. Okay, so that's that. I love it. Ooh, now this one. So this is not a card. This is, oh, yikes. This is going to be a tag. And we're going to be using some acetate. Now, my acetate is, excuse me, it's just when it's not the window sheets from Stampin' Up. These are transparencies from somebody that was a teacher gave me a whole box of them, and I've been slowly, working my way through them. So I cut 2 pieces. We're gonna make this is really gonna be like a big shaker tag, just something fun that you can hang off of a present or tuck in something. Okay, Lisa, it's on page 129. Oh yeah, the timber embossing folder. Yep. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, that is retiring. And I don't think that was on my list to get rid of. I thought I was going to keep that one. Um, but anyway, Snowy Wonder. This one is already out, sold out. And then Greetings of the Season. I like this one. I'm keeping this one because it goes well with the other one that's got, it's like everyday greetings or something. So you have like the happy in here, and then the other one has birthday. So they kind of go together, but I really like that. So I've already stamped and cut out some of the pieces that I'm going to use. So let's just talk about this for a minute. So I did a pretty in pink house, and my die cut shifted. So let's cut that off. I did a couple of trees in Shy Shamrock. I did my snowman. Oh, I got to give him a nose. All right, whatever orange this is. And let's line him with pool party, hopefully, light pool party. Yep. Let's just give him a little side bit of blue here. Okay, so that'll be good. Not a ton. And then we'll put his hat on. If my glue wants to come out. Okay. So yeah, the window sheets that Stampin' Up sells, it's 12 by 12 sheets. They really are nice and thick. So that might be a better choice for this project. But I have these, right? I had a scrap of this. I needed 2 4x6 pieces, so I went for it. All right, hopefully this glue will come out. There we go. I just needed 2 tiny little dots. Okay. All right. Now, the die set that goes with this, I already cut like a white and then another pecan pie that I embossed again with the timber folder. Although I probably should have gone sideways. Oh well. What I wanted to add here was just some of the little, like a couple snowflakes. And I wanted some of the tiny ones. And I'm going to do those in Pool Party. Okay. Di, you love scrapbook.com for alternative? Yeah, they have some good stuff. I mean, there's a lot of other companies out there. And if they have like something similar, I mean, that's that. We got to get the best value we can for our dollars. All right, that might be a little too crazy with the snowflakes, but I just wanted a couple in there. All right, so let's do this. No, I'm not popping up this stuff a lot. Actually, not at all. Because you'll see, even though it's going to be a shaker. All right, I want the tree here. And then hopefully, is my snowman going to fit? That's going to be kind of big, but all right, cool. And I know the size isn't quite right, but that doesn't matter. All right, now this, I'm just going to tiny little bit of glue. And it's easier for me to come at this from the side. All right, so there's our snow globe. And I had an extra tree. That's fine. Let's hit it with some shimmer while we got it. Yeah, I like scrapbook.com. I like Simon Says Stamp. Let's just do a little bit of glitter here too. There's a whole bunch. All right. So now let's talk about our tag. So I like this jumbo size tag. We're either going to have to tape this shut or glue it. And glue is going to take a long time to dry. But I do like the glue. I don't want to dry it complete, or I don't want to attach it completely flat together because I do want to sprinkle in some sequins and some of these snowflakes. So I need it raised a little bit. So that's where I thought we need some hinges. So I've got 2 pieces. Those are 4 inches. So 4 inches across, 6 inches down. These are 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch by 6. And I scored them all at 3/8 because 3/8 is half of 3/4. All right, so let me just fold these, give them a smash. And then these ones are 4 by 3/4. And again, scored at 3/8. So this is like when we make the gusseted pockets and it gives a little bit of bounce so there's room. So by using these, it's gonna make a little bit of room in here. So we're gonna take it, and I know this is gonna be hard to see. Let's see, should I get a piece of, let's see, gray maybe? Let me just put this here and you guys let me know. Is this easier to see at least a little bit, or does it matter? So what I want to do is this folded edge, I want to be on this side. So I'm going to put glue right on the bottom here. And dye. Oh, your notifications were turned off. Okay. All right, then I'm going to glue this here, and it will be slippery because of the plastic. All right, so I'm just going to hold that there. Yeah, I don't like using that because you can see it better in the gray. All right, well, I guess I'll keep it. Okay, so I'm going to press that so we can see it from the back side. We'll still be able to see that glue. All right, we're going to do the same thing. Do the 2 long sides. Well, pick. Either do the short ones or the long ones first. I'm just going to pick the long ones since I started that already. All right, again, this folded edge, I want to the edge of my acetate or window sheet or transparency, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not going to worry too much if it like gets out a little bit on the transparency. All right, now this for the bottom ones. So I've got to angle these a little bit because I'm keeping these straight. So the bottom edges, I want this to come in like right inside there. So I'm going to trim this down just a tiny little bit. And then I'm going to angle these. Okay, like miter the corners. And we'll get rid of that. And glue. So same thing, I'm going to glue here. And this folded edge, I want at the edge of my acetate. All right. All right, and then I'm going to flip it around, do the same thing here. I'm just going to trim a tiny little bit and then miter these corners. Now, like I said, this is just for like a fun tag. I mean, I guess you could add something that you could write on it and attach it to the back, but I thought it would just be something fun to look at or put on your bag. Okay. Now, we're going to assume that this is the back of our tag. And I want all these to go. All right, that's good. Actually, I want this to be the top because it might be. See how I trimmed a little bit too much off of here? I don't know if you can tell that, but this part doesn't exactly go to the edge, so my whoopsie. All right, we're going to leave it. So what I want to do is our tag, oh my God, it's already cute. We are punching a hole here. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue just because I don't want this part to flop around. I want this part saved, like good. Oh, you know what? I was going to do season's greetings somewhere, but now I don't feel like it. So I'm just putting these away. We want to lay down put in some stuff. So I've got these snowflakes that I used for some class that I had with this. But whatever you have, so whatever little bits you have, and you just want these to be like single layer. And these are actually soft. I mean, they're solid, but they're like, they feel a little bit squishy. So I want some of those. And I always think like, oh, that's going to be too much, but no, don't be shy. All right, let's have a couple more. Then I want something glittery. So I've got some of these loose silver sequins they were from a year or two ago. So let's just put some of these in here too, actually. Don't be shy. I think it would be really cute if you had colors, like some blues or pinks, like whatever would match in here. All right, I'm going to leave that because I think I can make another one and use that. Penny. Now, Peggy, you're getting credit for her sass. You're funny. Okay. So now we take this piece of acetate and I'm going to glue it on here. And then I'm going to add more layers to cover this up. All right, to cover up our hinges. So what I'm going to do, turn this carefully. And I'm going to put glue down here first. All right, and I'm just going to line this up so it covers edge to edge, top to bottom. And I shouldn't have anything really hanging off. So, all right, I'm going to hold this in place for just a minute. And keep pressing that. And then I am going to have to lift this up because I wanted this layer or this hinge to be more on the, like on top of these long ones. Where's my thing? Mm-mm-mm. My thing that I use to pick up, oh, here we go. Okay. Just want to grab this. Okay, get that under there. This will be fine. Okay, now this is in place, so I want to gently, I got to get glue on these 3 sides and then just roll it down and try not to lose any of this stuff. So just slide, slide. Okay. Okay, here we go. You guys. Yeah, Marlene, I'm with you because that's what I was afraid of, is that all the shaker bits would be everywhere. And you could add, you could make this with the foam tape. That would be easier, but I wanted it thinner. I wanted it more just like a regular tag. But yeah, you could totally, that would probably be better using the foam strips, and that would be, it would make it thicker and maybe easier to manage. But I hear you. That is always my fear, is that something's gonna catch and everything will be cray cray. All right. Oh my God. You guys, I love that. Okay. So like I said, now I want to cover this up. So I cut the same pattern. I just cut it a little bit thicker. I cut it at 1 inch. Oh, and look at this. I didn't even score these. Jeez. So these pieces are 1 by 6, and I'm going to score it at a 1/2 inch, and then 4 by 6. And I mean 1 by 4. Ugh. Oh no, 3/4. Did I do the wrong one? 3/4, 3/4. This should have been, oh Lord. I hope I didn't cut the wrong ones. Because these are 3/4 too. Oh, this must have been a 1/2 inch. Okay. All right. So now I'm scoring all these at 3/8. So when I told you the first ones were 3/4 by 3/8, or it scored at 3/8, that was a lie. Those were actually a 1/2 inch scored at a 1/4 inch. All right. Now this might be a little bit too small. Like it might be better to do 1 inch scored at a 1/2 inch. Oops, did this break? I always feel like ripping that top folder off because it always wants to flop around. All right. So this is just a smidge bigger than our inside hinges. So it's going to cover it up on both sides. And that's what I want. And this time I think I'm going to angle the longer sides. All right. Now, if you wanted to put these on with tape, like if you want some, the sticky tape or the red line tape, you could go for it. I'm just going to go ahead and glue it just like I did. So, and this time I can put it glue on both sides if I can hold it. Oops. All right, let's just put this right here. And let me just scooch it over. All right, I'm just going to squeeze this and hold. Ooh, laminated sticker paper. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to hold. Look at that. So cute. All right, and we'll do the other short one. So think of any holiday or even birthdays. You could do this like full of birthday balloons. Just something fun to either attach to your package or put in your scrapbook or your journal somehow. Yeah, shaker cards are usually, I don't make them a whole bunch. Oh, I'm loving it. Okay, so now this one, all I want to do is angle it. And it's it's a wee bit shorter than I wanted, but that's okay. And I'm only angling it because I kind of want it to look like, um, I did it on purpose. And I may have even just mitered those in the wrong direction. I don't even know. Whatever. It's going to be cute. Okay. And now I can set it up and really give it a squeeze. Lisa, you've been finger challenged today? Bummer. I can tell I got a little bit of glue there. Look at that. A little bit of spit. I just took care of it. Oh, for cute. And then a little miter, glue. One thing I like better about the glue, even for this, like it just seems quicker than laying down the tape, then peeling off the tape, then trying to get the peel off part into the trash. All right, let's do this. Oh God, this is cute. Okay. So see there, I thought I had almost too much shaker bits, and really, that's not the case. Okay, now let's punch a hole. So I am gonna do my, I'm gonna do the bigger hole with my crocodile, and I should have let's see, I keep some of these. So you don't have to do a grommet, but if you happen to have one of these jumbo, I'm peeling it off right now. Here we go. I still have these from years ago when we had these pewter and brass, like big honking things. Let me make a little mark that will be kind of middle-ish. So I can eyeball that. And we're just going to punch a hole. Okay, and then put our brad through, or eyelet, whatever. Oh, for cute. This is the part I usually mess up. I think it goes down this way. Okay, I hope so, because this is kind of like one and done. All right, cool. I got it on the back. That's good. Now you don't have to do the eyelet. I just thought, depending on the shaker bits, I didn't want any to leak out of that, to escape. All right, now just grab whatever ribbon you have. So this is Pool Party from, I don't know, 2 years ago or something. And then this is the iridescent trim. I don't know if this is retiring or not, but just grab both of these. Let's do that much, whatever that is. I like to use at least 2 or 3 different kind of ribbons, but this will be fine. So I've got them both looped, and I'm going to go, let's see, do I want to go in the front? Yep. And then get that loop, take the tail ends, flip them over and through this loop, and then just pull. Oh, for cute. So yeah, you could like tie another color ribbon like right over here. I love it. Just hang it. Love it, love it. So the back, these little bits of glue that I use to hold that snow globe in place is, you're going to be able to see that, but who cares? But I love it. Love it, love it. Oh, and why I had some of these out, but I guess I'm not using these. All right, moving on. So that is, oh, I really like that. Cute tag. Okay. Number 3. Let's turn the page. Ooh, butterflies. Okay, so whatever butterflies you like, I decided I'm keeping this one, even though I just now used it for the first time. I had some of these die cut from the other butterfly set that I had that was similar. But I finally used this one, and I decided it's a keeper for me. Okay, so sketch butterflies, and then this throughout the year, this was an online exclusive only, like from the get when they first started. I don't know if it's still up for sale or not. I'd have to look, but I really like this Happiest Birthday. So we're using that. And this one's going to be a slimline trifold. So we are starting with an entire piece, 8.5 by 11, of peach pie. So the finished card size is going to be pretty big. So I'm going to have to make an envelope later, but that's okay. So finished card size is going to be 4.5 by 8.5. So again, peach pie, 8.5 by 11. On the 11-inch side, you want to score in at 3 1/4 from each end. All right. So this is kind of like a really fat slim line. All right, fold these in. Then, like, I love a trifold where, you know, both sides, like, we're going to see two different patterns of paper. So then we're using the Unbounded Beauty paper. Yeah, I know Sue's used these quite a bit, but I'm using this peach side because I want to see both of these. So these are 3 by 8 1/4. So just glue these down. Now, just the fact that this is an entire sheet of cardstock, I'm going to have to weigh this. And especially after, if I make my envelope later out of cardstock, it's definitely going to be overweight. But I will weigh it anyway. Because you could make an envelope out of copy paper or printer paper, like whatever you have, that's thin weight, and that might not add too much to it. All right, so let's just put these here. Oh, I'm loving it already. So this is going to be good if you like really need to say a lot to a person, or if you have like you need a lot of people to sign and say something. So this piece of white in the center is 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. And that's going to go right in the middle. And of course, if you wanted to stamp some butterflies on it, go for it. I just like this huge card design. Like I've made these before, but you know, like regular size. This would be a good use for magnets, but we're not doing that today. Just keep smashing it. Maybe that'll help. Well, then again, it could sit up like this, like when you give it to somebody. All right, so butterflies. I just stamped and die cut a bunch of butterflies. I want to definitely use that one. And I was probably going to use like 5 of these. 2 of the mediums. This, or no, I'm going to use 3 of these. All right, these ones. Because I also want to throw in some brass butterflies too. So we're just going to we're going to do the easiest coloring possible with these, which is ink blending. And we're going to do Petunia Pop and Peach Pie. I was thinking of blue, but we can probably bring in some gorgeous grape too. That might be a smidge dark. Actually, let's do Highland Heather because 3 colors would be nice. All right, so Petunia Pop, Peach. Let's grab my orange brush, whatever. That one looks orange, right? That one's yellow. And then we'll do purple. Okay, so I'm going to do the edges of this first. And I'm sorry if this does shake my camera a little bit. I know my table's not 100%. Oh my goodness, I love that. I like it just like that. All right, now I don't want to do them all the same, but I do want to do the same colors. So this one I'll do just in the middle. This one I'll do just in the middle. And this one I'll do, let's try to get it like in the middle third. And then this one can be outside. outer edges. Okay, so that's that. Digging it. Then we'll do Petunia Pop. So let's add, oh, look at that little trash. Let's do this one right down the middle. Ooh, I like that. Then this one will come in like that middle-ish area. Middle of each wing, rather. And then I can come back with the dark on the edges. Hey, Gail. And then this one, we'll just do the outside. And then I'll hit it again with some gorgeous grape. That is really pretty. This one I'm going to do petunia there and here. And then I'll do gorgeous grape on the edge. All right. And then we'll do just a little bit of petunia. All right. Okay, let me put these back. Oh, so speaking of colors, so I still haven't heard what's going on with the cloud cover. So that ink, they're having trouble with it. You may remember a couple years ago when we had Purple Posy, that color never would sit upright. It kept changing, and so they eventually just pulled it, and we couldn't get it. So this time they're not even letting us order the cloud cover until they make a decision. And I heard from a couple days ago from Rose, I think they're giving it another week. I don't know, before they make a decision, maybe. If anybody else has heard anything, like I don't have an upline per se that I hear anything from. So if anybody else heard from their people, let me know. All right. Oh, I do like this. So this is Highland Heather, not Gorgeous Grape. Let's do that. Yeah, I think the Gorgeous Grape would have been a smidge too dark. But I'm holding off. I just want to add a little bit of this. Ordering my ink pads because I want to get them in the bundle, like the new, the new colors. Ooh, I really like how that turned out. That's pretty. All right. So that's that for the ink blending. That's good. So yeah, anybody let me know. Or if you've heard it from a different demonstrator, let me know that too. Gail, your upline, yeah. I mean, the one that I have that's like 2 levels up, if I email her, she will email me back. So I should probably just reach out to her. But I'm not on anybody's list where I get like regular updates or anything. So kind of like fend for yourself. All right. Ooh, I love this. So I want some of these to hang off, like off this flap. And I do want to pop these up. So we're going to attach some of these. Definitely this one with dimensionals. Because I feel like, everybody's in the same boat with the ink pads. Like if you want all 5, we want to save that 10% if we can. And if they just take it off the market, then there'll be no bundle to get. Oops, yeah, that'll work. And I don't like that. Ooh, I really do. I like that one. So this one I kind of want here, and then I want a little one here, and then like that. Okay. Cute. I'm not going to pop all of these up, though. I'll pop this one up. Gloria, you got the paper and the right marker. Yeah, I got the markers and the cardstock. That's all I got. All right, and then I'm going to glue this one down flat. Can hang off a smidge. Oh, for cute. Cute, cute, cute. I feel like I could hang this one there, but I don't want to. I want it still on this flap. Oh, Lord, that's so pretty. Okay. Mmm. I like it. Okay, so greeting. Thinking I need a little piece of white. And I can do Petunia Pop. And what greeting did I have with this? Let me see. Sketch Butterfly Slimline Trifold. Okay, guess I'm using one of these. Wishing you a beautiful birthday. Yeah, or you brighten up so many of my days. Actually, let's just use that because then it can be anything. Oh, that's right. I pulled this one. Ugh. That's what I get for having too many piles. All right, time. Ooh, 9 o'clock. Okay. Happiest of birthdays. And did I have a scrap of the peach pie? Wah, wah. Oh, yikes. I did not want peach pie ink. I want Petunia Pop because I think that's gonna pop better. All right, let's wash this. And then I'll reach over and get a scrap. Ooh, pretty. I love it. So let me look at my comments for a minute. So your upline is way up there and says nothing. Okay, whoopsie. And you got the pads too, Gail. Oh, hey, Barb. Awesome. Glad you could make it. All right, let's. Oops. Yes. Get a little. I know I have a piece smaller. Or I may just have to cut this one. And that's fine. Okay. Oops. All right. So this would be a good. Ooh, I'm thinking, you know what? I got to rip this. So I might not layer it after all. Yeah, I got to rip this one. Because I haven't done that. What was I going to say? Can't remember. It's fine. Oh, yeah. I want to show you at the end my other prototype that I worked on. Ooh, I love this. Okay, so happiest of birthdays. Probably should have moved this guy up. Let's see if I can peel it up without damaging. So sometimes you can get these off of here, these dimensionals. Now, if I had used the foam tape from the Dollar Tree that I have, there's no way. All right, so it did rip it a tiny little bit, but that's okay. Just peel it up slow. All right, so that'll go there. Ooh, I love it, love it, love it, love it. And then this can go there. And all right, let's go right there. It doesn't care, or it doesn't matter if I'm covering up one of those letters. We all know. Let me just fold it up. We all know it's happiest birthday. Okay, let's add some gems. Ooh, and then the next one's going to be cute too. All right, so I've got brass butterflies, which I love these little things. So I just want to add a couple, like 1, 2, 3. And then some gems. We'll do a big one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then down here will be a group of 3. And then we'll give 1, 2, 3 gems. And I'm going to use the peach pie. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll just do 2 gems up top. So everybody still has an odd number of bits. All right, cool. So yeah, really a lot of real estate to write in, because this is, again, is it's 4.5 by 8.5 finished size. I love it. And you could do, like put in some gift cards. If you need more room to write, you could just add more white pieces on here. I love it. All right, that's our third one. Last but not least, so I really do like having a tree set. So I'm keeping this Forever Forest. We're going to use some of these transparent dots, which I hardly got. And I know now I completely forgot to put this on a block. All right, so this one takes a pretty big block. Let's do that. And that's not straight. So the large trees, and we might need this one. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, so for this one, we're going to do a whole bunch of different greens. And the designer paper I have is retired, but you just use whatever, right? Whatever goes with what your colors are. So we're going to do a center step faux step card, like landscape. So we've got a piece that is, here's our base. I'm doing Mossy Meadow. So this was 5 by 5.5. So on the 5-inch side, I scored it in half at 2.5, right? So 5.5 by 5, score at 2.5. So this will be our base. Then I've got a piece of designer paper, and this is Mossy Meadow. So this is 2.25 by 5.25. And I'm just going to put that on first. And I like this plaid. This is from a couple years ago. I don't even remember how long ago. I know it still had Mary Merlot and Sahara Sand in it, so it's been a while. All right, then for our faux step part, this is 4.25 by 8.5. And then I scored it at 4.25. So I want this part to be square. All right, and it's going to go like this. So that'll be our center faux step card. All right, now take a piece of designer paper. This is actually current, and this is one that's continuing. What is this? I only have a little bit left. Thoughtful Journey, 6 by 6. So this will still be available. That's one of the ones that's continuing. So I want this pattern because it could be like sky, it could be the ground. Doesn't really matter. Actually, I'm going to put it this way. So I want to stamp some of these trees. Ooh, and I just remembered I need a 2.5-inch circle of white. So I'm going to have to get up and reach for that. All right, so I'm doing Mossy Meadow right here. Oopsie. Ooh, I like it. And then I'll just do another one here. And I am like laying these on top of each other because then I want a greeting bit to be like right here. All right, I'm just gonna put that out of the way. I do want to get my punch. So hold on 1 minute. All right, what is that? 2.5. All right, nailed it. So I need white that I just had. All right, so we're just gonna cut a 2.5-inch circle out of the white. If 2.5 is too big, do 2 inches or 2.25. Really, it's whatever is gonna go. What you're greeting, is what's gonna fit in your greeting. All right, so I want this here, and this is gonna go here. Our greeting here. I'm gonna cut some of this off. I die cut from the trees, like the dies, in 3 different colors. So I'm gonna use some, not all of these. So I've got shaded spruce, Remember, you can put any greens together. I could have put in some lemon lime twist in here and it would have looked fine. Oof, I got all these extra little hairs that want to come off of here. Then I did cut also out of the mossy meadow, the little, I don't know, what is it, mountains or ridges. I was planning on using that, but I don't know if I like it right now. Let me just poke some of these bits out. So I'm just poking out the little extras. I think I'm going to use one of these mossy meadow, and then I'm going to use one in garden green of these big trees. All right, come on. Okay, there's one. Oh yeah, we're going to use some of these too. So I've got garden green, mossy meadow, and shaded spruce. And I just want to end up with an odd number of die cut trees. Now the greeting, I feel like I need to put some brown in here. I feel like I do love a monochromatic card. But this, I feel like it needs something to break up. Ugh. Okay. And you know what? We can use this happiest birthday again. Because I know that's going to fit here. All right, cool. So let's do early espresso. Ooh, or pecan pie. Oh, I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Being on an early night. Oh, I know. I missed a whole bunch of comments, you guys. Hey, Jamie Gibbs. Oh, you're at pool. Yep. You will have to catch tomorrow, maybe. All right, let's just do early espresso. And whatever greeting you have, I'm going to try to get this as close to the top as I can. Because like I said, I want the bottom part of this to be hidden. Ooh, yeah. I like it. And don't like that. Look at that, you guys. Dumb. Okay. So let's put our pieces together. And I know this looks a mess right now. So I want this to be like right here. I don't want to attach it yet though. I want this to be like that. And yeah. All right, so I'm going to attach this. And I just want to make sure like the words are straight. Let me get this out of here. I wanted that hanging down enough that I want this to cover up some. All right, that looks good. Center-ish, middle-ish. That looks decent. And we'll trim. All right, and now I'm going to just glue. So when you die cut these, like, I don't know if you can see, there's like a little bit of a pattern. Like, that's kind of cool. Yeah, Jamie, stamp my paper, not my fingers. That just happened when I was closing my ink pad. It was like a situation. All right, keep dragging this over because I don't want it to cover up my birthday. Ooh, I like that. All right, we'll cut this off. Now, if you don't have these dies, you just take a paper and like wavy cut. You guys, I'm loving this. Oh my God. Okay. Let's glue this on. So this is our faux center step part. And I know I've done landscape faux step cards before, but not with these measurements. I thought this time I wanted it square. All right, so let's bring in our base. So again, this part is going to it's going to get glued right on here. And I don't pop it up. I just glue it flat. And I'm just going to eyeball. That looks middle-ish, right? All right, so let's just flip that up and glue. Now, what I did not cut was a piece for the back because your question might be like, where are you going to write your message? um, I, at Penny's idea, would cut a piece. So remember, this square is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I would cut 4 by 4 of white or whatever and write it that way. Otherwise, you could write something in here, but it's going to be tiny. All right, so that the front is glued. Now let's glue the back. Ooh, this would be cute too with like an ocean theme. Like not just, oh, I love this. All right, so remember I wanted to use a couple of different of these trees, a couple different colors. So I want this to hang off. Oh yeah, I like that. So I'm just gonna glue this like right down the middle, a couple little bits on the side here. So that could just hug the edge. And then this one, I'll do the same thing. Right down the middle. And then couple little bits. And just put it right at the edge there. Cute, cute, cute. All right, let's do another one of these. And then a little shaded spruce. So I'll get, no, wait, did I make a little mossy meadow? Ooh, I don't think I did. But that's fine, I guess. I'll just do another garden green there. Ooh, that's cute. And I'm just kind of like layering them like um Goldilocks, Papa, Mama, baby. And then I'll do one over here. So then that gives us our odd number. So we'll have 3 and 2. This will be perfect. And then we'll put some dots on it. Oh, cute. Maybe I should have like ink blended around the edges. But I love it. I love it, love it. So that's gonna sit up like this. Why is that not oh, I got glue on my, you guys. I got glue on the inside somehow. Oh my goodness. Okay. You know what? I didn't cut this piece long enough. All right, so it's only going to open like this. All right, this was a good plan. But for some reason, it's not opening up enough. That's hilarious. Did something get glued in there? No? That's funny. All right, I'm gonna have to go back on the measurements on this one. But let's put some glue dots on here. It's gonna be good enough. I'm gonna give it to somebody because it can still sit up like that. But there is a flaw in my logic for sure in my math. All right, let's put some of these dots on, and I'm gonna go with some of these green ones. And let's just do, since I'm redoing this, I'm not gonna waste a whole bunch on here. Let's do 2 of these, little one, and then we'll put one over here. Oops, where'd that go? That is hilarious. I can't believe it doesn't open. Like, what do we say? It's always something, right? Something always goes wrong. Where's my pen? But I still, yeah, Penny, now, or Peggy, now it's a pocket card. That is just so funny. Yeah, I'm gonna have to save these trees. Now that I'll make another one. Oh my goodness. I still do love it. And yeah, I'm gonna figure out what I did wrong here. That's what I get for thinking, oh, this will be so easy to make a square one. Or to square this way. So 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, that's still gonna fit in an envelope, even though it doesn't want to open. So that's that. This is our slim line, our giant slim line. Here is our shaker tag that we made out of our window sheets, and our birds. So thanks you guys for hanging out. And I just want to go, let me flip through real quick and show you the the prototype I was working on and what I finished from last week. So, whoopsie. So this was the book that I made last week out of the paper pumpkin. The what's it? Oh, thanks, Carol. Out of the paper pumpkin chipboard, and this is the everyday happiness paper. So this is my little book. It's got 2 pages, like 2 signature things. So we had pockets. So I just wanted to show you like how I ended up with. I did post these pictures on, but just in case you didn't see them. They both have a top loading pocket that we've got some booklets in. So let's just put that in there. Then these middle pages both flip out. I gotta be careful. I've got inky stamps laying around here. I don't want to wreck this. So I did do, some magnet closures, but the pages are all like 1 and 4 are the same, and then these two are 2 and 3. They're the same. Same thing again with the pull out, and then the flip up for the very back. And then more, I did these little booklets. I just put a little strip of the designer paper on there in the pocket. And then this was just a scrap of the designer paper. So this weekend when I was at a crop, I was reworking and I wanted to test a theory because I'm still getting like some cracking at the edge. Oh, thanks, Barb. So I tried it. They tell you, well, Tamara tells you like to cut out, let me see. So the spine piece, if you recall, or you'll go back, she said to cut these parts out. And then that's what wraps this middle spine piece. Well, I was just folding this over, and then so it leaves it all bulky. But then that's where my breakage points are. So I thought I'll try it. I'll cut it out. I did, and I'm not getting the cracking like I was before. So I love it. Once I get this straight, I'll get measurements. But I decided to make this one a 2-inch spine and have 4 pages in it. Um, and it's 6 by 6 otherwise. So I still used a couple pieces of the paper pumpkin, but I went with the same idea. So pocket here, top and bottom, flip outs here. Of course, this isn't finished. Flip out, like a double flip out here. Get back in. Then this one, I went with a pocket. So this is like a whole, it goes all the way down there. These two, I'm just left with the middle ones, so I have to come up with something, but these will be the same. And then it continues. So it's, same as you go inside out, like these two are the same. Then these two are the same. Then these two are the same. Then these two will be the same. And these are also pockets up top. So this will be like a ton of opportunities. And I did not put ribbon on these, but I may. I'm not sure. But I like it. So that's what I was working on Saturday. And yeah, Barb, once I get those directions, like the measurements, I'm definitely gonna pop that up for everybody because I think that one's a good one. I mean, even though it's 6 by 6, like it's cute, and with all the pages, it's gonna hold like a lot of pictures. So that would be cute. And I'm using the country lace papers because I thought again they're like generic enough that it could be for any theme. Oh, one more thing. Let me go back down here. Okay, so I just want to show you when you are attaching your pages, if you don't get your hinge pieces in perfectly straight, that's fine. So like see how mine, this is like a little bit bigger here and then smaller because I started out with the last page and you want to line up this bottom edge with the bottom of your album and then the top edge up here. So at first I had it attached in here and I was like, oh my God, that's crooked over here. So don't worry about this part being crooked because that kind of blends in. You don't see it. Worry about keeping your pages as straight in the book. And then, use that as your guide. This one, I kind of got crazy. It got a little bit off, but um, we'll go over that again. So anyway, just just an idea, and that's what I was excited to work on that Saturday. So okay, next week I'm gonna do I don't have any new stuff other than the paper, so I may do something with the like fun fold kind of thing. Who knows? We'll see. But next week will be Thursday. And again, so my sale will be this Sunday, but Facebook only at 6 o'clock. All right. And we'll go over the rules of claiming stuff. We'll do that at the beginning anyway. All right. So thanks again for hanging out, you guys. I'm gonna go eat a hot dog or something now. Dave's got the grill going. Funny. So, oh, thanks, Di. Yeah, you missed that. That's what I was working on Saturday at the crop. So, all right. See you guys. Good night. And we'll see Sue here probably tomorrow, right? Okay, bye.